Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on... As the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Blue Devils offense will have the football first. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Finds a tight end down the gut. There he goes. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
Man, it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Got him downfield. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. give to Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and it's just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hauls it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. With the catch, it's Anthony. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Gives it on the option. Got the first down and still on his feet. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Finds his tight end. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Pass interference, defense.
There's a difference between being physical and pass interference, and that was way over the line. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Bring in the heat. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Panthers are marching down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Trying play action. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Blue Devils buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. Great move. Now he's got room. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. It's so hard to stop.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half, and it's a first down. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Go straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Pitt.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into that.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop or limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Pittsburgh. What a fine performance we've seen. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Another incompletion on third down. Pitt will line up to punt it away.
Number 91 on to punt it away.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Takes the easy completion. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Offense gets set for second down. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Under fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On the run, fires downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
You've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Just keeps slinging it. Pressure coming. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Made a defender miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. They'll run play action, using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Anthony. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Blue Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to USC. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Sure hands, it's Lee. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Here's the pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After that last completion, it's second down. Lets it fly. A full dive to haul that one in. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Panthers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Going right to work up top. Fires on the move. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Castle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Snapped it in the shotgun. Here comes the heat. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And they tacked on the extra point. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said,